Hi guys, what's up? I need to take these off, I think. Yeah, I do. Okay, so it is actually Sunday. That is actually twice in 2 weeks that I've actually made a video on Sunday. And you guys are like, where the balls are you? I'm in a shed. It looks like I might be trying to make my videos here because right now you guys are just resting on a window and the lighting's actually really good. So this video is going to be about Justin Bieber, and if you watched my vlog on Pure Confetti Blogs, then you know exactly what you were getting ready to listen to. Now, watching this video, you guys are probably going to be thinking I'm going to be dissing the kid when I'm actually really not going to be dissing him at all. Like, I like him. Okay, so here's my theory on him. The reason why people don't like him, guys especially don't like him, is because he's this is not meaning to sound mean, but he's overrated, and he's talked about a lot. People who look like me are often compared to him, but I obviously look nothing like him. My hair is like a lot longer than his. At one point when he first started out, my hair was about the same length. My hair was the same length, but it was still longer. Like, it wasn't the same length. It was the same style, but it was longer. That's what people call me Justin Bieber all the time. Like, I get that all the time, and it pisses me off. I didn't like being called Justin Bieber, and that's the only reason why I didn't like him. But there's a song of his that I really thoroughly enjoy. It's Live My Life, but featuring Far East Movement. It's not a terrible song. Like, he's really good in it. He has vocals, he's good. People made fun of his voice because he sounds like a chick. He had a feminine voice, but his voice was high pitched. Like, you can't get pissed off at a person for having a high pitched voice because that's just what they're given. I don't have a high pitched voice. When I sing, I can only go to about maybe 2 to 3 octaves, and his voice started out around there. So no, I don't have a problem with him at all. I just felt like people diss him all the time, and I'm always like, no, he's actually pretty good. Then I get called gay because I don't dislike him, but I'm not a fan, but I don't dislike him. I like him, but I'm not a fan. Like, I don't know how to put this. I do not know how to put this. He has a hot girlfriend. Because the screaming channel obviously didn't work. I mean, I got views. I didn't go anywhere with it, and I thought I was going to, but I didn't, and it pissed me off because I was like, hey, maybe if I spread my vocals around and give them to people to listen to, I'll be in a band. And I was in a band for a long time. I want to say about a month. Then when we went to rehearsals, our drummer was using my drum set. We were doing it all up in my basement. Our guitarists played 2 totally separate genres. One played 80s rock because that's all he listened to, and one played modern day metal. And I scream, so like I can't do anything else. One of my guitarists, the guitarist that played 80s music, wanted to sing for us, and I would scream, he would sing. But what he didn't understand is that he sang he sounded like like someone singing in the 80s. Like, he had that screeching, like the 80s scream, the 80s yell, the high pitched stuff. That's what he did. But that's not what we were looking for. So I was like, we can't use you. And he's like, okay, I'll just play guitar, and you can just scream. I'm like, okay, we'll just be like Suicide Silence or Job for a Cowboy. Like, we'll scream, and that's it. He ended up not liking the idea and decided to leave the band. He left the band unexpectedly. Scotty stayed, and Austin, our drummer, stayed, and Ryan from Pure Confetti was our manager, but he wasn't really a manager. He was just there, and he's like, if you guys ever need a gig booked, I'm able to call, like, because we live near Kettering, so there's the attic, which is awesome as hell. I want to go there next weekend. I spent this weekend hanging out with a girl I like. I don't do much weekends. I don't know why. Okay, so here's my life. Here is my life. My life consists of school and YouTube. Just because I have friends, believe it or not. Ryan's my best friend, but he was sick this week. Like, I think I told you about that, and I was pissed that he didn't come over on Tuesday or whatever. But then I realized, I don't know if he's sick or not, so I can't really get mad that he doesn't want to come over, because if someone's sick, and they say they're sick, then they're sick. Like, they're not gonna mess with you. I would think that he wouldn't want to come over, but because he does pay for me a lot of Speedway, but he offers, and I'll get to that story here in a minute. But he was sick on Tuesday, and I was mad because he made me rush in school. I was being selfish, and I apologize later this weekend. I'll get to this. He ended up telling me on about Thursday, I think it was Thursday or Friday evening at around 11:30. I was doing schoolwork, and he sends me a text message saying, I have a fever of 102.9, and I'm like, damn, like, you really are sick, and I did not know that, and I felt so bad, and I called him up, I think Saturday, and I was like, yo, bro, I didn't know, this is Friday or Thursday, so on Saturday I thought he'd be fine, but he wasn't. He still had a fever of 100 and something. I called him up like, yo, are you still sick? Do you want to hang out this weekend? Maybe I'll come over after I'm done hanging out with people I'm hanging out with. I'm not gonna give names, and we could just hang like bros. He's like, nah, I would love to, but I think I'm still sick and blah. And we couldn't hang out, and it makes me mad because if we'd have hung out, when we hang out, we will make a video, but it'll probably be on Pure Confetti Vlogs, just because whenever we hang out, we walk to Speedway all the time, so we don't ever sit down in front of a camera like traditional type channels and sit in front of the camera and talk, because he's not able to do that. It's impossible for him. He's not able to do it. It's because he gets bored. He doesn't like doing what I'm doing, because I can talk and talk and talk and talk and have nothing to talk about and still talk. If that made any sense, I hope so. I am back in that ghetto part, and what's sketchy is that I'm in a shed in a ghetto neighborhood, and I'm looking at a window, and every time if I look up occasionally, it's because I'm looking outside, because there's a busy street right behind you guys. And I'm like, oh shit. So blah blah. Ooh, nipple will jiggle. So, ra ga ga, boo 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 back 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 back. A hat. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Leave you with a good day, boys and girls, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.